Hello and welcome to today's video. Today's video is all about what qualifications you need to become a copywriter or content marketer. So, if you are thinking of making a career change, maybe you're in a 9 to 5 that doesn't light you up, and you have heard about content writing as a way to be your own boss, as a way to write for other businesses from any location on your own schedule, you are in the right place. I am going to share with you qualifications that will help you become a content writer, even if you don't have experience. And even if you do have experience, these can really help you make sure you are focusing on the right things when talking to other businesses. And I am sharing this after years of building my own content agency and being a writer for global brands where I got to help them with their content strategy. I got to hire writers, I got to manage teams of writers. So I'm really bringing this perspective to you from both being on the inside of corporate America as a member of a business who was looking for writers, and then as a writer having to go and build a freelance business and get clients as you know from those brands. So kind of sharing both sides of the aisle here to hopefully help you the most. The thing that hopefully is really encouraging about this video is you don't actually need 20 years of expertise, I believe, to become a writer and to shift your career into writing. You do want some writing training because you want to be able to connect with a brand and actually know how to write for them when you do. But there's so much you can do to actually position yourself in the most premium light to become the best partner possible to brands, even without a ton of experience. So, the first thing you want to do is just make sure that you do get some writing training. And anyone can learn writing. I'm a firm believer in that because I have trained so many people at my agency of all skill levels. I have trained writers inside corporate America who came in brand new or very early on in their marketing career and were able to learn how to become a writer. So you can learn absolutely with the right mentorship. You can go on sites such as HubSpot or, look it up on Google. There's so many ways to learn how to write. You can do more mentorship training programs like what I offer, where you learn how to write and understand content strategy. And you also get feedback. So you know what to improve and why very quickly. But there's a lot of ways, but that's kind of your first marching order, however you want to do it. You really want to learn how to write. The thing you don't necessarily need, I don't think, is an entire 4-year degree on how to write. I've gotten to that trap myself in my entrepreneurial journey where I felt like I always needed more experience or more education in order to qualify myself. And I think now, in hindsight, what's more important is yes, like get the skills that you need, but then just get in the game because experience is what is going to help you most. And it's what's going to give you feedback on what kind of clients you like or what kind of clients you don't like, what kind of formats of writing you like or not. And so if you are, pursuing this 4-year degree, that's great. But not only are you most likely setting yourself back in terms financially, where you're going to be digging out of that when you start your business, but you're also going to be pushing your starting line 4 years from now, when you could just get in the game by learning content writing very efficiently. So, number 1, get trained, but do it in a way that gets you out in the game faster, because this is the second qualification that you need, and I think maybe even more important is a portfolio or writing samples. And here's why this is so important. So, because I've been on the side of hiring writers, for my agency and then in corporate America prior to that, I know that one of the first things I looked at way more intently than, a resume or a long list of experience was their writing samples. I wanted to see what their voice was like and if they had good punctuation and if they actually edited things and paid attention to detail. And so for you, yes, learn to write, but secondly, get those writing samples and make them the best that you can. Now, you don't have to get them so perfect that, again, you get that analysis paralysis and spend so much time that you don't actually send them out. But do the best work that you can because that is really what brands and businesses are going to look at as a qualification for hiring you. It's going to show them that you have a voice like them, that you know how to write. It's going to show them, even beyond like what experience you say you have, that you actually can write and that you have those examples to show and to prove. All right. So first thing is like get your writing training, but get it efficiently. Second is to get your writing samples or portfolio together. That's going to really demonstrate that you not only like have this pedigree and education in writing, but you actually can write, and it's going to show them what you can do. The third thing, qualification that you need would really be like your pitch. Like you need a great way to communicate to these brands, to start off the relationship and communication channel. And so it's not necessarily a qualification the way a writing background is, but I would say it's an important way to get your foot in the door. And so with pitching, you can learn from someone like me, and I can show you here's templates that have worked for myself and other students and writers that I've mentored. Or you can try out ones yourself and use trial and error. You can do old-fashioned networking to get your foot in the door and just say, hey, I'm a writer, like let me know if you need any work when you meet someone at an event. But your pitch is really going to help you sell yourself as a writer. And in your pitch, that's where you want to say things like, I'm trained in writing and content strategy, right? Or I have years of experience in healthcare and now I'm a healthcare writer. You can say things like, attached are my samples, or why you're so excited to write for a certain business. But that pitch is going to be the first like introduction a brand has to you. And so you want to make sure that it qualifies you and makes you stand out. The fourth thing, so again, number one would be that writing background. The second thing would be your portfolio or writing samples. Third would be a really solid pitch. All of this I can teach you, so no worries if this is sounding like another language. I'll drop a link below where you can find out more about my programs or even download a free starter kit if you're just at the starting phase. But the fourth one, I think you should always lean into as well as a major asset is your like professional style. So many people underestimate or discount their professionalism and their ability to send something in on time or to be communicative or to always respond. And so I always like to include a little bit of that in your pitch as well. Just saying, like, I'm a can do, positive team player. I always get things in on time. You can count on me. Things like that go a long way to set you apart and to immediately make you stand out. Like if all writers are the same, a brand is going to go with you if you say you will always get things in on time, right? Like that you are positive and can do. Like that just makes you more enjoyable to work with, and we all want to have fun at our jobs and enjoy our work. So I think that that's something that you can always lean on, especially if you're a newer writer. Like, don't hesitate to just point things like that out because someone might not know that until they start working with you. But if you can call that out from the beginning and just let them know that's a priority for you, that's a value that you have, it goes a long way to get your foot in the door and to get an opportunity to work with them that can lead into a lot more work. Okay. And then one last little thing that I kind of want to add here that you don't need to be a writer, but I think can set you apart. And I have a lot of videos on this and we'll continue to shout it from the rooftops. But a qualification that really can get your foot in the door and set you apart from the beginning, even if you don't have a ton of writing experience, is knowing a little content strategy. What I mean by that are things like SEO or the buyer's journey. Things like that are really going to help you know how to help a business reach their objectives, and they're going to make you feel so confident as a writer. So when a brand says, oh, we're really trying to like get more website visitors, or we're trying to boost engagement on social media, or we're really trying to get more sales with this email, you with a strategy perspective are going to be able to say, I know exactly how to write to do that. I know exactly what kind of headline I need. I know exactly what call to action I'm going to add. And if these words are sounding like so foreign to you right now, again, it's all learnable, but it's something that I'd put in the back of your head to look for in a training program or in your own education is content strategy, because that qualification is going to make you stand out from the beginning, and it's going to make you such a more confident, secure, valuable writer. It's going to help you charge more premium rates. It's going to help you get opportunities that you wouldn't otherwise. It's going to help brands pay attention to you, even if you don't have any like experience compared to a lot of other candidates. So I think that's really important as well. So again, like writing training and education is a good qualification, a portfolio and writing samples, your pitch, your professionalism and personal qualities, and then some content strategy can go a long way to qualify you as well. I'm curious if you would add anything else or remove any of those, what sound most important to you, or what have you found if you are already a writer and looking to scale. So let me know in the comments. And then again, there's free links for you below if you're looking to get a starter kit or to hear when my program opens again. Would love to share more with you as well. So thank you for being here, and I will see you again next week.